Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Mystelics and we're back again for another Mystelics reaction commentary, man. It's been a moment since I've been on this thing, and as a result of YouTube changing the whole algorithm, I decided to focus more on my other channels, my vlog channels, the showing the struggles and stuff, the struggles, the ups and downs of the nature island of the Caribbean, that's where I'm from, and you know, my media channel as well. So I decided to focus more on that vibrations. But a friend of mine sent me this thing there, and it's entitled "Why I Only Date Rich Men," and I found it rather interesting that this one probably doesn't even know what the hell she's talking about. But then again, I decided to react to it, so we're gonna see what this is all about, guys. I actually saw some of it, but we're just gonna react to it and see what's taking place in this thing, man. Guys, don't worry about my hair and stuff, man. The quarantine has you all under some kind of manners, man. Under manners, like hey. But anyways, guys, it is what it is. So let me just restart this thing right there and go all the way back so you guys.
If you cannot fulfill the requirements it takes to date me, then this is none of your business. This is beyond you.
Nothing wrong with having standards, you know. Nothing wrong with having standards. So big up to her for her. You know, you can't just have anybody just come in and walk up on you saying, hey baby, what it is. You can't be doing them things there, you know what I mean? So that is a good thing right there. But I think she kind of stretched it from what I heard already. But we're gonna take a listen.
I'm more so somebody to cry for than somebody to cry on. You feel me, baby? Yeah.
Is that the same girl that's singing there? It looks like it's her that's singing there, you know. It looks like it's her that's singing there.
Yeah.
Yep, that has to definitely be her. If you guys know her music, whoever watches her videos and stuff, let me know if that is the same person that is singing right there.
All these other dudes, they just wanna play games. Time to play games. I've been through a lot, and I'm
guys, are these things real, man? Are these things real? Are these freaking things real? It looks like one is on top the other and stuff, but hey, my girl, if you have the money to do your thing, do your thing.
kinda still hurting, I'm kinda still waiting on your boy. Won't you swing my way, yeah. I know you.
Desiree Mitchell, guys. I am a Mitchell as well. I'm a Mitchell as well. So Desiree, if you're not living up to the Mitchell name, best you change your name, my girl. Change your name, boy.
What's up, Desiree gang? How you doing? How you feeling? What you doing? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? It has been a minute, I know. And I feel like I say this a lot. I'm always...
That song like what I just said a while ago, you know. It's been a minute, man. It's been a minute since I've been on this video. But, yeah.
saying, guys, it's been a minute, but I'm back, you know. But
anyways, let's get to the whole point of this thing.
Oh, why? Let's get to happen. Okay. What we worry about.
Okay.
Who's even thinking that deep, right? It's just Twitter. So here's what I tweeted. Women should be financially taken care of in a relationship. Your woman shouldn't have to worry about paying a damn thing. If you cannot afford to take care of a woman completely, don't date or pursue a woman until you can. The woman is the prize. Pay for it.
Okay, so she said all these things. So we're going to review what she just said a while ago. Okay, guys, we're going to review what she just said a while ago. She stated a woman should be financially taken care of in a relationship. Now, I find this rather interesting considering how things was back in the day versus how things are now. My girl, you have a job. What you mean financially taken care of? So you making money for what reason? If you have a job, what you making money for? Huh? You want somebody else to take care of you, but you working? So what you working for if you want somebody else to take care of you? Huh? Back in the day, women were not working. It was the men that were mainly working. So the men definitely had to be financially taking care of the women. You working now is a modern century and you're talking about women should be financially taken care of in a relationship. But my girl, you working. What you doing? What? Anyway, she also stated, your woman shouldn't have to worry about paying a damn thing. If you cannot afford to take care of a woman completely, don't date or pursue a woman until you can. Although I agree with this to a certain extent, but we're living in a modern time, my girl. We're living in a modern era where you are supposed to handle your business, where women are talking about, hey, I'm Miss Independent and Miss this and Miss that. But apparently you miss that era because you want to talk about, oh, people have to take care. And if you cannot do that, then you shouldn't be pursuing a woman. I always believe that a man should take care of his woman, definitely. But when it comes down to totally taking care of the woman, it's joke you making. A woman have to work and all those kind of things that she do nothing. Whether it is in regardless to what sort of arrangement you have in your relationship or whatever, guys. I mean, sometimes a woman's supposed to be able to take care of herself, not totally reliant on a man. You check? So you're supposed to be able to do your thing, my girl. So when you're talking about completely taking care of a woman, you don't have to pursue the woman. What if you don't have that kind of stability? However, you have something much better to offer. What if you have that character that a woman needs to even develop her own self? She has that money or whatever, but you have that character that you can actually build. So you mean to tell me you as a girl, you're going to bypass that completely and just go for rich guys? Because that is what your title is saying. Why I only date rich men. Which means that rich men have something that the poorer guys do not have, and that is money. So your main aim to date people is for money? Anyways, guys, she also stated that the woman is the prize. Pay for it. Anything you have to pay for becomes your ownership. And I don't think women want to become ownership of men. I don't think they want that in this modern era. I could be wrong. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But if a woman wants to become a prize and you have to pay for the prize, that is your ownership. That is your property. So one should get that nonsense out of her mind right there and then. Right there and then.
Okay, so basically when I tweeted that, I felt like it would get some attention. I felt like some people would agree, some people would disagree, whatever. But
my girl, the mere fact you're making something like that, you must be asking for attention. Why you only date rich men? That is attention seeking right there. You can't go nowhere else with that. Attention seeking that there, my girl.
Did not think that it would be a tweet that I have to address. I really didn't think that. I felt like maybe it would be some back and forth with some.
But you asking the question, why I only date rich men? You must address it. What you mean? You must address it. You asking a question, why you date? Obviously, people going to find out or want to find out. What are you talking about? Therefore, you must address why you only date rich men. It's not a gimmick. It's not a scheme, my girl.
People and then whatever. Who cares? It's the next day or something. But so what started to happen is that after I tweeted that, it kind of started like getting attention on Twitter per se, and then the next day or a couple days later, which is made people really talk about it. You can probably see how I got dragged, how I just
obviously you're going to get dragged, because therefore your pursuit based of the question that you're asking is about money and men having money. It has absolutely nothing to do with nothing else. Why I only date rich men, rich aka money, that is obviously going to have you dragging in the bush, because you're going to appear to be like a gold digger, my girl. That is what it appearing to be. So of course you're going to get dragged in the mud. That is what you call attention seeking, my girl. Oh,
they went in on me. I'm not gonna lie. I would say definitely people took it really far. There's some people that told me to kill myself.
Well, that is going too far. That is going too far. That is going too far right there. People shouldn't be telling people this kind of things there. Or you never know the kind of struggle or the mind frame that people have when it comes down to this kind of things there. Sometimes people utter words or utter things that they don't really mean, and then for them to come and say these things because they are ignorant. You understand? So when people are ignorant, they say certain things that they don't really, mean. But based off their mind frame at present, they just talk nonsense. You check? So that is probably where she's at right there. So they shouldn't have told her to go and do that to herself.
There's some people that told me that I'm the scum of the earth. I'm the worst kind of woman. Anyone that marries me, I feel bad for them. And
I agree, because the only reason why you want to date men is because of their money. Therefore, the man that marries you, woe be unto him, my sister. Woe be unto that brother right there.
I'll be single for the rest of my life. No man is ever going to want a woman like me.
Well, that is not true. You look very cute. Your hair might be fake and your little beaties might be fake too, but I mean, you're still a cute girl. So obviously, men does want ugly women too, Men want ugly women too. So hey, men will always want you as well. But for what reason they would want you? That is the question.
you know, the yada, 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 yada. I did get all of that really terrible stuff. I also got some people that just maybe politely disagreed. I got some people that agreed. Here's what I have to say about everything, just to address it and just to...
Before you continue, my girl, the only reason why somebody will agree with you is if they themselves are gold diggers. That is the only way somebody else would agree with you. Because you cannot tell... Let's
explain what I'm saying. So this term, or I guess this lifestyle that I'm referring to, is called hypergamy. So as I've been getting older, I've realized that hypergamy is something that resonates with me. It's something that I agree with.
My girl, you talking about hypergamy, dating richer men and all those things. You talk about getting older. My girl, when you're getting older, you're supposed to be getting wiser. When you're getting older, you're supposed to become more of yourself, know yourself more. Now you're talking about what you are agreeing with because you want to date rich men who have more money than you. I mean...
It's something that will be my life, you know. Just to give you guys a little insight on exactly what hypergamy means, I'm going to read the definition here. Hypergamy is the term social scientists use to refer to the phenomenon of women prioritizing wealth or social status in mate selection.
My girl, keyword here is phenomenon. Do you know what phenomenon means? It is a mystery. That is what that means. It is a mystery why women want to go in that route. That is what that means, my girl.
Hypergamy is commonly referred to as trading or marrying up. There is a great deal of research that supports the notion that hypergamy plays a big part in female mate selection.
That is one of the things that I also have to make mention. That is a natural thing also. Because even in the wild, you notice that the females go after the strongest male. You know, the strongest male. But that is the wild kind of vibe. You're supposed to have more common sense than the wild to figure out, hey, even if he's the strongest or the richest, doesn't mean you have to go after the richest person that you get. Doesn't make sense, my girl. You have to go after something called character. But when you're lacking character in itself, yourself will look for somebody else that doesn't have character, or somebody that doesn't have good brain but has money, and you go after them, and that is what it seems like you're going to be doing.
And the actual definition that they have here is, hypergamy definition is marriage into an equal or higher social group or income level. I wouldn't really be able to tell you guys why so many people were upset, because at the end of the day, I didn't say anything.
Really, my girl? You coming on social media talking about why you are a gold digger and you wondering why people are angry? Boy, that girl low easy.
That bad. And at the end of the day, people need to learn how to agree to disagree, okay? People need to learn how to just be like, oh.
Yeah, but where do we draw the line where we disagree and agree? But where do we draw the line when it comes down to an equilibrium of understanding? If you say the sky is blue, I say no, it is purple. Well, let us go outside and see if the sky is really blue or purple. And then if we go outside and we see blue, hey, the sky is blue. Where do we draw the line or come together? Everybody want to disagree and agree and disagree and agree. What is the point? All you get in nowhere. So how do we end up learning? How do we end up developing ourselves, man? If everybody have to agree to disagree. My girl, you have to listen to what people have to say and understand and try and find understanding what the person has to say. Yes, you might disagree with some of the things that they have to say, but let's face the facts. Where do we give room for the facts? That is the question I want to ask. Where do we give room for something that should be allowed and something that should not be allowed, or something that should be accepted and something that should not be accepted? Where do we give room for that? Agree to disagree, but come on, how does that strengthen you, my girl?
Oh, that's her. Okay, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Like, if you are the person that wants a 50-50 relationship and you want to split things and you want to split dates and you want to split the bills and you want to do that, do it. I'm not stopping you. Like,
I agree with that. I do agree with what she just said a while ago. It depends on the kind of relationship that you have. But when it comes down to a relationship, my girl, this is a ship with relations going on in it. This is a ship, I should say, with relations going on in it. I cannot dabble a while ago because I tried to figure out what the hell you go. Hey, a ship goes somewhere with relations on it. That means two people tangoing and giving and taking as well. You don't come in on my ship and think it's me alone not giving you and you getting a free ride, huh? When I finish all my money on you now, you going about your business, so I just spending all my money on you. You come on my ship, and when my money finish, if my money finish, you going about your business to get somebody else's money. Or I looking like a foolish to you, know, boy.
You and I are in a relationship, so why does it matter what I think? You know?
But your vibes, you are a social media person. You're supposed to have some level. I mean, it doesn't look like you have much influence, but you're supposed to have some type of influence, my girl. And therefore, you are encouraging little girls to grow up with that mentality, thinking that, hey, it's okay, I may not have, but if I'm looking cute or whatever, then I can marry up because I'm cute. That is what you're telling other people, other younger ones, other more people, well, people that don't have much, cabeza, I should say. You're just telling them to go and do these things, and that is very bad as somebody on social media.
Like, at the end of the day, let's think about this. Why does it matter so much what I think or what I want, So I feel like, I think it went viral on Facebook, it went viral on Twitter, it went viral in the Shade Room.
Obviously.
And I'm just really wondering, like, I guess I'm grateful, like, I have an influence, but...
You have an influence, my girl. You are on social media. You can have 10 followers. You can have 100. You can have 1,000 followers. At least you influencing somebody else. If you have 10 followers, my girl, you at least probably influencing 2 or 3 of these individuals. Even if you influencing one person, you have influence. So when you come in on social media and trying to influence persons in that kind of direction, that is not a good thing at all. Am I wrong or right, my guys? Am I wrong or right? Let me know.
At the end of the day, I really don't understand why people care so much what little old me, have to say. What I want to do in my life, I get it, I guess. I get it, because I have an influence or whatever.
You just say you don't know a while ago. No, you saying you get it. You know you have a little influence, so that is what... Boy, hey, that girl is boy.
But at the end of the day, I think that everyone has the right to choose what kind of situation, relationship, marriage, anything that they want to, involve themselves in.
I agree. You can choose whatever you want. But does not excuse the fact that when you come on social media, think that nobody's going to say anything because you choose to do this and you choose to do that. It's like people putting their life on social media, and when they get into all kind of squabbles of going on dates with other girls and their social media followers send that to somebody else that they're dating and they get vexed. Who are you getting vexed for? You put it on social media, you put in your life on social media. What are you getting vexed for? Is the same thing that with you, my girl? You on social media and you're trying to wonder why, and then you stating why. Boy.
Now for me, I've never been the kind of person to like flaunt my things or talk about how much money I make or talk about, I tell you guys about like what's going on with like my show and I have music coming. But if you really...
But if you're telling people about your shows and your music and all those things, isn't that flaunting your stuff? I mean, it's promoting your stuff, yes, but that is still flaunting your stuff at the same time. If I have music and I have a social media following, you don't think I'm going to flaunt my music? Of course I want people to hear my music. What do you think I'm making music for? I want people to see what I'm making and others. Since I have a social media following, I can definitely put up my music and get some hearings and possibly share it and so forth and so forth. So obviously, yeah, you are definitely flaunting, but then you're saying you're not flaunting. Interesting.
Really think about it, like, as an influencer, I'm not that flashy. I'm not...
What you mean? What you mean you're not that flashy? My girl, in your intro video, you come out from a Lamborghini. You come out from pool, you come out doing bikini shots, all this kind of something there and talking about your music in the... What you mean you're not that flashy? You come out from a Lamborghini, boy. Hey.
Someone that, like, I don't talk about how much I make. I don't talk about...
But you show it though, aren't you? You show it, even though I've heard that they say some of the stuff that you actually have is from your mother. They stated that your mother is a rich lady and therefore it is her that is pretty much giving you all those things and you are flaunting it as if it's yours. It's kind of like music rappers, them rappers nowadays that don't have much money, but yet still they're renting vehicles for them to make music videos, to make it seem like they are, have the best of the best, and they renting the vehicles. I remember Akon saying something like that, people in America are renting Lamborghinis and all this kind of fancy cars and things, Ferraris, so forth and so forth. But they in Africa, they actually have the vehicles themselves. I remember Akon was saying that at one point in time.
I don't talk about how much I make. I felt the need to talk about it in this scenario because of the hate that I was getting. And I had to kind of clap back or explain my take on this. I am working on so many things as relates to
She just says she doesn't flaunt you, but look, she flaunting right now.
loyalty and a TV deal that's going to be really lucrative.
Wow,
my
really
music,
lucrative.
A lot of deals that are silent.
A lot of deals that you cannot talk about, I'm certain.
That I can't really discuss until
Of
I
course.
can discuss them have paid me very well. You know, I am doing fine financially. I promise. Like, I make enough money to pay my mom. I always buy her expensive gift that I just want to sit on my ass and not do anything and not have any and not have a dollar to my name.
But my girl, okay, let me get this straight. You're talking about dating up, right? And being in relationships with rich guys and so forth. But I want to use this analogy right there. Analogy, whatever you guys want to call it. Analogy, whatever you guys want to call it. Like from the Caribbean, Dominica, you don't know. Easy. Anyways, you are a rock, right? And you are a rock trying to get a diamond or a ruby to take care of you. You are then telling the ruby as a rock that that ruby needs to take care of you and treat you like a ruby even though you are a rock, right? So understanding you are a rock, trying to give the definition for the ruby to treat you as the prize, and you are a rock. I understand the whole dilemma of which you're talking about, oh, I make my own thing and doing my own thing, whatever. But you're talking about being in a relationship with rich guys, people who are richer than you, marrying up or dating up. So what substance do you have as a rock trying to impress a ruby and making the ruby treat you like a ruby when you are a rock? Because you are the prize, aren't you? You are the prize, that's what you're saying. And then you're talking about the little things that you do here and there and so forth, which still doesn't matter because you're still trying to date up. What is this substance of which you're talking about, my girl? It seems like you're talking about buying your mama expensive stuff, having closet with rich shoes and clothes and them kind of things there. My girl, you have to understand, and it seems like you have a lot of growing to do. You need a lot of maturing, it seems. Because the material things of which you pride yourself for or want to date as a result of, for you to get material stuff, rich, you're talking about. Not character, you know, mind you. She's talking about, by the way, guys, there's like vehicles passing outside there. But she's talking about rich money, not character. Therefore, if you're trying to date up, you yourself supposed to be having that kind of mannerism as well, to compare to the stature of a ruby. You are a rock, my girl, pretending to be a ruby, and you're not a ruby. Stop your dirty ways, my girl. Stop your dirty ways.
But I want my man to take care of me like a father.
Well, get your father to take care of you, my girl. Whoever you dating is not your father. He is not your father. He is your boyfriend, or you working together as one, of 50-50 vibrations coming together. Your father is 100%. The man that you dating is not your father, my girl. Unless you're looking for a sugar daddy or something, obviously you're gonna have to give him a little something, if you know what I mean, for your sugar daddy. But he's not your father you dating, my girl. He's a boy that you're looking to see if you are interested and can possibly build qualities together and potentially have children who you also want to impact in a positive way. You also want to give these children some type of principle or moral value for which when they grow older they can pass it on to their children as well. But right now what you're talking about makes no sense whatsoever. I would not advocate nobody having children with you, because you're going to raise your children to be gold diggers. Can you imagine if you have boys, my girl? You're going to have boys gold diggers, my boy. Hey.
Would, while I sit here like a little girl with no money to my name and I don't do anything in life. I guess that's how they took it. Now,
but that is what you're saying in the question. Why only date rich men that have nothing to do with nothing else but money? How she doesn't get it, it baffles my mind.
I believe in dating up or at least dating equal. So
I understand the dating equal. Dating up, there's nothing wrong with wanting to date up. But if you're talking about dating up only because there's rich guys, come on, my girl. You go in the wrong direction right there. You go in the wrongest direction right there.
So me, a 22-year-old girl that makes 6 figures,
that is what you say. But we don't believe you at all. Since your mama is rich, she would never make her daughter look like a paro on the road. A bum on the road, aka paro. We say paro in Dominica. So you would never look like her. Your mother would never make you look like a paro on the road.
I believe in dating someone that also makes 6 figures or higher. And I'm going to tell you why.
My girl, there's no reason for you to say that. But you can continue.
I personally believe in that because I believe that someone that understands my lifestyle, that is kind of sort of living my lifestyle, us coming together, we'd be able to, there's a understanding in general.
So there's literally, you just try to explain and then you say there's an understanding. Because you just figure out what you're saying doesn't make any sense at all. My girl, it's not about understanding your lifestyle. Yes, you might want to live a certain lifestyle. But when it comes down to a relationship, it's not about you anymore or wanting your lifestyle. It's both coming together as one to try to figure out how they can make things the best comfortable way for them as possible. It's a principle thing, my sister. It's a principle thing. We have that girl has freaked me out.
Of finances, you know, and
of course it's finances. It's only finances you're talking about. But my girl, you have to understand, dating up or dating down is not an issue. The reason why it's not an issue is because it's all about character. If a rich man is seeing you and he says, hey, that girl has a lot of character, she seems to have a good head on her shoulder, she seems to be a good person, even though you don't have that amount of money that he has, he might say, okay, that girl can actually build me up, make me a better man. And you yourself can see, okay, he can make me a better person, not on the financial point of view, but you understanding who he is and his character, you can say, okay, that guy can be a good guy for my children. You know, at least he has the finance down. But it's not just about finances alone. This is why dating up and down shouldn't matter at all. It is all about character. Because if you find a nice guy, he doesn't have the amount of money that you claim that you have, but he's nice and he's able to treat you good and he's able to do the things that even rich men cannot be able to do. Because when you're rich, sometimes you hardly have time for the person that you are supposedly in a relationship with. So if you get a good guy who doesn't have the amount of money, but he's still a hardworking young man, he's still a hardworking person that has good character and principles, that is somebody you should mess with. Because at the end of the day, if you're dating somebody simply because of the wealth, my God, let me just end it on that because I'm going too long already. If you dating somebody because of the wealth of that person, the money of that person, what happens when that person's money finishes? You're going to leave that person to go somewhere else to find somebody else's money. That is not character, my girl. That is what you call gold digger ways. Dirty gold digger ways, they call in that right there. Anyways, guys, I will watch this rest of this video to see what she has to say, guys. But guys, what are your thoughts on this, man? Leave that, of course, in the comment box below. And guys, if you want me to react to more videos, leave that, of course. Leave the video links in the description below as well. Give this video a thumbs up if you understand what I'm saying, guys. And yeah, I just breaking down with the Caribbean language right there, the Caribbean dialect, like from Dominica. You know how it goes, my people. Anyways, guys, be real, be positive, and I'll see you guys in the next reaction video.